We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the dip area to the rip area today. And it wasn't the only stock experiencing volatility. The overall market and Tesla did as well. And our Tesla bot at 9:05 a.m. sent out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support here above the 445 area. And I'm going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow, what's going on with the inflow versus outflow, and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run idea was from our Apple bot. Our Apple bot sent out a bear indicator at 9:30 a.m. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 80% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see it popping up there within the screen, within the options chain, some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the dip area to the rip area here on 42 vision, and also trying to hold support above the 445 area. Now, if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, under a bull indicator today towards the open at the 448 area, and inflows crossing over, canceling out that bear indicator from last Friday at around the 451.70 area. It did do a full transition from the rip area to the dip area, as I stated earlier in the video, and I talked about it in the previous video, how important it was to watch if these inflows continued higher, as they were trying to come back up on the 30-minute in the after hours. And if it did, it was going to be crucial for it to cross over and see if that transition would continue to the red bars with green borders, dark green, and as we see it here so far, into the rip area of bright green bars. Now, as we see it here, for this to continue with strength here and continue the staircase effect as it's formed, the bull indicator needs to hold true. And going into tomorrow, these inflow versus outflows are going to be crucial, hitting highs here so far of 2.20, and they hit highs here on Friday of 3.36. Not guaranteed to hit the same exact level or even go higher than that, but definitely something to not overlook here, and not guaranteed to make the same exact move as it hit highs here of 452 at the time, but definitely something I would keep a close eye on going into tomorrow. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see here how inflows cross back over. No bull indicator just yet. The bear indicator from Friday at 451.60 area continues to hold true, and inflows are now back above. So to justify any further strength here, these inflows need to continue pushing up higher, away from the midpoint, and eventually cancel out this bear indicator with a possible bull indicator in the process. Now, so far, it's gone from red bars to dark green, and the last piece missing would be bright green bars and a possible bull indicator as these inflows continue to reach newer highs. And so far, it's hit highs here of 2.56. Now, in the volatility of the 15-minute, when we go ahead and zoom in here, we could see how these inflows are above the midpoint. They've gotten really close to the midpoint as these outflows try to appear in the middle of the day. It's been under a bull indicator since the 446.80 area, and inflows are really close to the midpoint. If this crosses to the downside, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts. I would not ignore that, but if these inflows can stay above and pull away from the midpoint to the upside and hold this bull indicator true, well, then it could possibly continue to retest key resistance levels. Definitely something to not ignore. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys. And the first support level here is 448. If that gets broken through, I'll be watching if these outflows go to the downside and if they cross on the 15-minute as well. Definitely something to not ignore as it's really close there and start to reflect that weakness into these charts. Cancel out this bull indicator with a possible bear indicator, rolling over that weakness into the 30-minute as well. And then next support is 446, then the 445 area. And if 445 gets broken through, the next support I'll be watching is the 443 area. Now, to the upside, I'm going to be watching the first resistance level where the SPY rejected today, and that is the 450 area. It's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to stay above and pull away from the midpoint to the upside, especially here in the volatility of the 30-minute to continue the staircase effect, and also in the bigger picture of the 1 hour, guys. I would not ignore that as the inflows are above, and in the process, if this bear indicator can get canceled by a possible bull indicator, I'll be watching that very carefully. And the next resistance above 450 is then up here towards the 452 area and then the 455 area. So those are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial and critical, and the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them as the inflows are above on multiple time frames, and it's really close here on the 15-minute right there at the midpoint and trying to hold itself up, currently green, because if this crosses down, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts. But if it can hold itself up, it may continue to test key resistance levels. So definitely something to not ignore. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money. So if you made it this far into the video and you are a swing trader or looking to gain an edge when it comes to swing trading, you're definitely going to want to check this out. And this is our new swing bot that will be fully released really soon. And so far it has sent 2 notifications in the last several days, right? The first one, as you see it popping up there, was Nvidia on Friday of last week at around $444. And the other one was Tesla yesterday in the pre-market, and from yesterday to today, and even yesterday alone, it ran up nearly $10 plus. Now, when it comes to the Nvidia one, you could see it popping up there on the screen. I shared the chart yesterday, and I also circled an area, as you see it there in the chart, how it kept on bouncing off that support and trying to hold above 444. And then I put a line across when that notification came in. And now you're seeing this other chart, which I shared today in the pre-market. And I stated, right, you could see the same line there. And I put the swing bot notification there at around the 444 area. It was already opening up from yesterday to today at 449. And I talked about in that purple area, the area that kept on acting like support. And there was a strong resistance in the pre-market and previous days at the 452 area, and the bulls would need to break through that for possible continuation. Not guaranteed, but it was important, and inflows needed to cross. Now, when you see it here in the next chart, going into the open, it was broken through, bull indicator popped up, and then inflows crossed over, and you could see the purple area that continued to act like support, and NVIDIA calls were up nearly 100% plus with the swing notification bot since it was sent out, right? And you could see that blue line again where that notification was sent at that after hours on Friday. So this is our new swing bot. If you take a look at Tesla too, it sent it out at around the $256 area, and Tesla went to highs here of nearly $270 in the last 2 days, and it was sent out yesterday in the pre-market, right around this area, and the full move. So typically with these swing bots and the notifications that come in, they're there to add perspective. Nothing's guaranteed, but the goal is for it to add perspective. Take a look for possible support levels and bullish confirmations of a reversal, and from there it typically pans out within several days to weeks, but sometimes it can happen this fast within 1 or 2 days. And when it does, I typically tend to make a rational decision because maybe my goals and strategy and expectations have been met, right? I don't want to get too greedy either, but I wanted to share with you guys our new swing bot that's going to be notifying directly into our Discord on high probability opportunities based off specific criterias and dip areas of wire Fred borders, as I call them, on multiple time frames and other criterias to confirm of the possibility of it looking like a possible support or area to not ignore for a possible swing of a reversal. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.